Good morning and welcome back to the channel. You join me in June, in southern England in June. Because it's June, that means we get treated to tepid periods of sunshine, rain, cloud, hail, thunderstorms and possibly even some snow. But when it's a day like today and the sun is kind of shining and the roads are dry and it's all very lovely, you know it's summer. June also means one other thing. June means that I have now had Bella, the CFMoto 450 NT, which I am currently riding. I've had her for 1 whole year. And as such, I decided it would be a good idea to give you a little how things been going for the last 12 months. So that's what this video is all about. Cue the intro. Actually, I haven't got an intro. Maybe I should have one. Cue some random footage. So I have had Bella for a grand total of 12 months. The CFMoto 450 NT. I was one of 6 in the country to be the first to get their hands on one. Supply has been a bit of an issue. Now, CFMoto have changed their importers. They were with KTM, then KTM had a few little issues, shall we say. CFMoto dropped them as their supplier. And there's been a bit of backwards and forwards about who is going to be the new distributor for the CFMoto bikes, and it's actually going to be Quadzilla. And Quadzilla are, hello Mr. Magpie, Quadzilla are who have been responsible and dealing with CFMoto's imports for all their quad bikes. So the jury's out yet at the moment on as to how Quadzilla are going to perform. The word on the grapevine from most of the forums is that dealerships are already making promises and saying, yep, if you're on back order, don't worry, your bike will soon be here. So that will be fantastic news for those people that have been waiting what must seem like forever to get their hands on one of these. And hopefully my little review today of the 1 year on will reassure you that the wait has been worthwhile. So in 12 months we have managed a grand total of 2,700 miles. It's not a lot. I think that's just under 4,000 something kilometres. Okay, why have we not managed to do... Hello Mr. Magpie. There's a lot of magpies out today. Why have we not managed to do more than that? Well, it was the winter and I've not yet done my long tour for the last year. So that's all going to change in September, when she will get several thousand miles put on her in one fell swoop. So yeah, 2,600 miles. Now in that time we have had the first initial service at 500 miles, a bit of a shakedown service. I'll put the price of that one up on the screen because I can't remember off the top of my head how much that one cost me. She is now booked in for her second service. Now the service intervals in the owner's manual say that it is 3,000 miles or whichever comes soonest for the next service. However, I have got, and if I have got it, I'll put it on the screen. I have got an email which says that CFMoto themselves actually confirmed they're so confident that they've upped it to 5,000 miles. However, we've reached the 1 year, so that came soonest. So Bella is going in for her second service, and I have been quoted this much for that service from my local dealer. So just as a ballpark figure, that's how much that's costing. So maintenance wise, ongoing, what have I had to do? I haven't had to replace a single thing, which you expect not to with a bike that's less than a year old. Chain has been cleaned and re-lubed as standard, tyre pressure's checked, all the usual sorts of things, and absolutely everything has been as you would expect and hope, not a problem at all. So performance wise, what have I been getting? I have not changed the front sprocket. A lot of people have dropped to the 15 sprocket to give it longer legs in between gears, and I believe that has had a bit of a difference on fuel economy. However, I've not changed anything, partially because she's been absolutely perfect for me anyway, and also because I get a 4-year warranty with this bike, and that's not something that I want to affect. So far I've not changed that. So miles per gallon, I looked on the app. Now the app is fantastic. It links to the bike, tells you where the bike is all the time. It's got lots of amazing features, and it's also how you put upgrades and updates on the bike, but I'll talk about that in a minute. So miles per gallon wise, the app tells me that I'm doing an average of, I think it was 56 point something miles per gallon. That is about average for what seems to be the 450 MT in the forums. 450 MT itself says between 50 and 60, so I'm at the higher end of that. Now obviously it does depend what sort of riding you're doing, what sort of mileage you're doing, what sort of roads you're doing, and your riding style. But yeah, an average of 56-ish miles per gallon. Any major issues that were highlighted straight away? Okay, the jerky throttle. I have not found the throttle. I have not found the throttle particularly jerky. It's responsive, and sometimes maybe it's a little bit snappy. I did notice yesterday when I was taking a Pillion for the first time that it was very difficult to be very smooth with the throttle. Maybe that is an indication of what people were talking about. But is it a deal breaker? Absolutely not. I have checked all the things, and I got the dealers to check all the things, like when you twist the bars and you check the slack, so does any of the slack need taking up and all the rest of it, and it was set up absolutely perfectly. So yeah, I've just left it and it's not been an issue for me. Water in the frame. So some water was getting into the subframe, which is literally a frame that was put on to hold the bash plate on. It is not a structural thing. There were reports of water getting in at the top, I believe, of this little subframe and pooling at the bottom, which was then causing some rusty issues. And the dealer sent out a fix, not the dealer, sorry, CFMoto sent out a fix to the dealers, which was basically you drill a hole in the bottom and all the water runs out, and problem solved. Yes, okay, it's not ideal, but I'm sure they fixed it on later models. I couldn't tell you if they have or not, but it's not a structural thing. And maybe that's what you get for a, let's call it a budget bike, because it kind of is. So we will have a little walk around the bike when I've parked up, and we'll have a little look and see if there's any bits and points that I've noticed that have started to, I don't know, show a little bit of love after a year. She's such a pleasure to ride. She just effortless. I have done some long-ish rides on Bella, so let's talk about comfort. Now I'm 5'6" with a 29.5-inch leg, so I have little legs. So Bella, initially she has two settings on the underside on the rear shock, I think it is. I'll show you. One lower setting just basically drops it by about 20 mil, I'm going to guess. And that made all the difference for me, but from being tiptoe to being able to comfortably get half a foot on the floor. Gives you that confidence when manoeuvring at slow speeds, etc. So there are also different seats you can get. There is a high seat, there is a low seat, or there is the standard seat. I have the standard seat. The padding in it I found is really comfy. Now previously, when I've done longer miles on bikes, my Royal Enfield Himalayan being one, I had to have a sheepskin on the seat because I found after a while my bottom bones began to get a little sore. I have ridden this bike up to Lindisfarne, which is Scottish borders and back, and can quite safely say I have not suffered at all with the seat comfort. I think it's incredibly comfy. It's quite firm, But she's yeah, it's good. It's good support, good comfort, good width. Doesn't pinch anywhere, doesn't rub anywhere, doesn't cause me any problems at all. The handlebar position, obviously you can adjust that with risers if you want. I find where I've got them at the moment, which was set up for me, is absolutely great. I've got a slight bend in the elbow, my arms don't get tired, I can woohoo. Yeah, so no pressure there. They are quite wide bars, but I guess that's the whole stance thing, isn't it? It's the whole adventure bike. There are no vibrations from this bike at all. I do not get anything through the pegs, through the bars. It is just beautifully smooth and comfy. You do sit in the bike rather than on it, and I think that might be because of the sort of shape of the tank, where it kind of comes around and up and yeah, I don't know. But you do feel kind of in the bike, which is quite nice actually. Good road position, nice and clear, you're nice and sat up and high up, so I can see everything that's coming. And of course, if you get any buffeting, you've got this adjustable screen which you can adjust on the go to alter the wind resistance thing, screening, whatever. Customizing this bike is ridiculously easy. So adding accessories and bits and bobs that you want is so easy to access. I found that actually AliExpress and Temu have a lot of things for the CFMoto 450. CFMoto obviously have their own as well. There's a separate video which I'll put a link to about all my panniers, and oh my goodness, they are just epic. Uncle Wang in China, oh my goodness. It took a little while for stuff to get here because it came by land from China, but absolutely worth it. Saved me about £1,000 in kit, and yeah, they're great. But yeah, all the little things that you might want, the inexpensive things to make your bike your own. So the tank protectors, the sort of side grips, the stand extender, the crash bar bags, those sorts of things. All of those from Temu and AliExpress. I think you can even get display holders and things to put a sat nav and stuff. However, I won't be needing that because of CFMoto's wonderful app that you can use to update your system with. So on my last trip, I had a little message pop up which said there was an update available, and I knew it was something to do with the screen. And it is a Moto Play app which gives you sat nav. So links to Google Maps. And I'm going to show you how that's working in a minute as well. Okay, so you go into there, open up the CFMoto app and scan with your phone. Da, 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 da. So on the phone, hit Moto Play. It is now connecting. Okay, right, it's linked. So the app itself, you simply go into where I just showed you, scan the barcode that is in the CFMoto app on your phone, and then it comes up with a map. So you put in where you want to go. We'll go to, let's find a Lidl, that one I think, and you control it on your phone, press go. So now it's come up on here, tells me how far and all the rest of it. So I'm going to leave that running and see if I can show you what it does. So basically it works like any other sat nav, and it's now just displayed on the TFT screen. So this is something that you don't have to pay for extra. It was just an upgrade that came with the CFMoto app. So yeah, as you can see, pretty bog standard. Google Maps map tells you how many miles, how long to get there, what time you're going to get there, and your general route. I wonder what happens if you come out of this. Oh, you can, and you get straight back into it. Press enter to enter the map. Yes, you can. Okay, so if you need to come out of it to check something or do anything, you can. And you can just go straight back into it. Well, that's rather cool. And there it is. It has directed me to Lidl's successfully. Oh, it's getting a bit warm. Picked up a bike friend, but he doesn't want to say hello. So I have come to the Roundway in Devizes, which is a nice kind of open track, because I want to try some things with the drone. Now, the last time I came up here, it was closed. You couldn't get up the road for roadworks. So I'm hoping as I get closer, it's not going to be the same thing. Because it's the only place I can think of that's nice and open with no trees and all the rest of it next to the road, that I can try out the follow me aspects on the drone. Just going to have a little stop here just for a minute and have a little look at the bike and some of the bits and bobs. So here I am at the top of the Roundway, which is in Devizes. Very beautiful, picturesque place with gorgeous views of surrounding area. It's also a little track, so we're going to give that a go in a bit. But before that, let's have a look at the bike. Well, here she is. So what have I added? I've added the centre stand, because there wasn't one, crash bars and boxes, a rear tail plate for the top box, front crash bars and bags, bottom crash bars for the front. I think that's about it, really. Tank bag, and obviously my stickery jobbies, tank protectors, that's the word. It's the other way you can tell it's summer, all the bugs. So looking around the bike, apart from all the summer bugs, I haven't noticed anything that has sort of really corroded on the bike itself. I haven't noticed sort of water gathering or pooling anywhere. So the only place I've noticed any rusty bits at all are actually on bits that I've added or changed. So like a washer that I put in there on the crash bars, and the crash bars themselves, a couple of little rust spots, but nothing on Bella herself. The chain has held up really well. Yeah, it's been adjusted, I think once. Other than that, chain is a standard chain. Might upgrade to a DID chain at some point, but yeah, so far chain's been good. The tyres are still the standard that came with it, the CST tyres, and they've been wearing pretty well actually. Nowhere near their markers, which you'd hope not after 2,600 miles. But they've been holding pressure really well. They handle really well, certainly on the road in the wet. Haven't tried them out off-road. You can tell I live near Swindon because of all the roundabouts. But yeah, they've held up really well, certainly on-road. Haven't yet tried her off-road, but that could change. Now the warranty is a 4-year warranty, which is absolutely brilliant. Now I haven't had cause to raise issues with anything under warranty so far, fingers crossed, touch wood. But I have got faith, and the reason I've got faith is when Bella was first delivered, she arrived on a shipping crate with ratchet straps and things, and one of the ratchet straps had caught the sticker on the KYB suspension. It's a tiny little insignificant thing, but they sent a new one, sort of 4 to 6 weeks. My dealer contacted them and they said, yeah, due to your packaging, we've had a slight problem with one of the stickers, and a new one was sent. I have seen on some reviews that some people have found that this mechanism has kind of fallen apart or degraded or snapped or whatever. Again, I don't know what they've been doing or if they just had a faulty part, but mine seems to have been absolutely fine. So how does she handle? So for her weight, I think it was just shy of 197 kgs weight. And obviously I've added a fair bit to the bike with all the extra bits. I have myself lost 20 kgs in weight. So maybe I've kind of counteracted some of the stuff that I've put on there. So the handling itself, low speed, absolutely brilliant. She's very manoeuvrable. I'll try and put some footage in of me pushing and pulling her around.
Well, I'm going down to Georgia, place my folks call home, and on to Carolina, place where I was born. Good morning, Music City. I've got a song for
But yeah, the balance of the weight is really low down, so she handles absolutely beautifully. Motorway speeds, she's very happy, so she will sit and cruise along at the speed limit on the motorway, and you can keep up with all your friends. Overtaking, obviously you've got that extra grunt, so compared to what I'm used to, yeah, you've got the ability to get yourself out of a pickle if you need to and overtake when it's safe to do so. So I was going to try and show you that positioning thing where, if I can get underneath there, can I get? So this is what I was talking about with the adjustment. You can just about see, where's my finger? Can you see up there? Can you see the other little setting? So there's 2 holes at the bottom of the shock, and she's just on the lower one, which gives her a little bit closer to the groundness. Ground closeness. You know, when I first did my review of the CFMoto, somebody felt the need to point out that they were going to wait for a man to review it. Maybe that's why. So I managed to do that last little bit of trail with absolutely no vocals whatsoever because I forgot to press record. Oh dear, but hopefully you'll have seen it on the 360. I wasn't noticing any sort of difference in, I mean it's not gnarly, but it's not ideal, the road. It's kind of bumpy and gravelly and potholey, and so the track bit that I just did, didn't notice any difference in its performance and handling. We did discover that if you press this button it turns the ABS off, so I'm now in off-road. However, I don't seem to be able to then turn it back on again without resetting. Oh, there we go. How did I do that? Hold and press and it comes on. Hold it. Oh, and it goes off. Oh, there you go. It is possible to do it without having to return your engine on and off again. Well, I think that's quite enough for that. So one more thing I was going to talk about, apart from the fact that clearly you can tell I love this bike. One is, how does it fare with a Pillion on? And this is where I'll interject a little bit of footage of yesterday. I'll do that now. Today we're just going to have a little ride out to Laycock, where we've been before, but it's just a pretty little ride. We don't want to go too far. Just to capture some footage that I need Jay there for in order to be able to capture. Because one of the things I want to try out, which I've not done yet, is how Bella goes with someone on the back. So Jay is my willing, not so willing volunteer.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it. I don't know what you mean.
Jay, why don't you like going Pillion?
Because I'm a control freak. I don't know. Just don't really do it.
You don't really do it, but
No,
I mean, is it something that you are? I mean, because when I first suggested it, you were like, "No, it's not happening."
Yeah, I was kidding.
Okay.
Of course it's happening. I've got complete confidence in you. Wow, that's a first.
What's that?
He just went past my bike without knocking anything off of it.
Wow. You're
Right.
hold on. No, hold on. Right. Okay.
Are you
I've
ready?
managed to get my feet on the floor. Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Are you on?
I think I am, yeah.
What are you thinking, Jay?
I'm trying to think nothing at all at the moment. Happy thoughts. Happy thoughts. I can touch the floor though.
Do what?
I can actually touch the floor though.
Oh, can you?
Yeah.
I'm just trying not to fall into cars and things.
Nicely manoeuvred. Sunny day. Everything's A-okay.
Jay, is that you reassuring yourself?
I thought that was my inner voice, sorry.
No. Outer voice is happening. Okay.
Here we are then, on the back of the CFMoto 450 MT.
Well done.
And it's the first bike I've been on the back of for quite some years.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Left or right?
Left.
So, how's it feeling, Jay?
It's perfectly fine. You're a very competent rider.
How's the bike feeling?
It feels
I don't know which one.
capable. Yeah, that'll do. Capable,
this way.
and it still feels quite powerful, like it's pulling. To me, I did go on a brief stint on the back of Roger, I think, once.
Did you? I don't think you did. I've never taken you on the back of Roger.
All right, maybe I was riding it on the back.
What the hell would that have been for?
I don't know. I don't know why I do anything. So anyway, that aside, yeah, she feels like she's pulling well. It didn't sink to the ground when I got on it,
No, it didn't.
so that says the suspension's capable of carrying at least 13 and a half stone, because I have lost weight, just what I mentioned. If anybody's not noticed. And it feels stable. The seats comfortable.
Yeah, is it
I've got plenty of room. My ass isn't coming off the back.
How close are you to the back?
I'd say I had about 2 inches.
Oh, okay.
I am snugly fitted into you. I could go back a bit quite
Okay.
easily,
All right.
but that feels less comfortable. Right, so
You feel
yeah,
a bit-
I've got loads of room. The grab rails, I've got hold of them now.
Oh, that's
they are-
brave.
I'm just under 6 foot, and I can see quite nicely over the top of you. But you're not used to carrying pillions either, so I'd much rather hold on to you, to be honest.
You hold on to me, babes.
Yeah. Because it makes me lean forward more rather than backwards. It feels good. It feels like the bike can handle it to me.
Okay.
And now it's over to you, I'm afraid, because you're the one riding the bike.
Well, obviously, the handling feels a little heavier because of the extra weight,
Yeah.
but she still feels like
We're
she
about
can
to go
pull.
up, about to go up quite a good hill, so this should be a good test for you.
don't
Feels
really-
like she's holding a good speed,
Oh,
fine,
she
and
is, and
you've still got plenty.
I've got so much throttle left. I just don't really know the road, so I wasn't.
I wouldn't say I'm the heaviest bloke in the world, but I'm also not the smallest, so that's good from a little 450.
Yeah, she's still got plenty left.
It's holding the speed limit on the hill quite nicely, without any problem. I can feel the bumps, but that's just, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to not feel or feel at the minute, because having not been on the Pillion very much, I don't know. An experienced Pillion rider would be better to give you that sort of commentary, if you like. But I can, I'm not sat still. I'm having a look around, moving my head, and it's not affecting you.
It's not affecting me at all. To be
So-
honest, I can feel you less on here than I could feel Georgie on the Himalayan.
I'm not surprised. I'm just going to say, okay.
Wow.
What?
What? Because of the bike or because of my daughter?
No, not because of your daughter. Georgie, don't listen. I didn't mean that way at all. Your mother got that in her head,
Well,
not me.
She's got a couple of airbags that you've not got that I might.
Well, I have got them. They're just in a different place. So yeah, I'm moving around. I feel quite comfortable. I'm not in the slightest bit ill ease. I feel good. I've never heard her from this angle before. She sounds good.
Oh, she does.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's definitely still got lots and lots of pull.
And that's in fifth.
Even with a Pillion on, which is great. So she does feel a little heavier, which you'd absolutely expect. We've not changed any of the settings, so we've not stiffened it up. Left everything exactly as it was. And because to be honest, when I take luggage on and off and the bags and everything, I don't change it then. So
Well, decent suspension really
you shouldn't have to.
shouldn't change that much, you know,
Right.
unless you're significantly changing weight.
Yeah.
You're riding with a Pillion, you shouldn't have to change that, really.
No.
If you were riding Pillion and luggage, you would.
Yeah. Aware that the braking is going to be longer.
Yeah, the brakes are good on this thing though.
Yeah.
you giving it everything it's got?
No, I was not giving it everything at all. I was just conscious it was a bend and I wanted to.
No, I'm not criticising. You know, you're going to instant criticism. I wasn't.
Oh, sorry.
I was inquiring.
No, definitely not giving it everything it had. I mean, she's still got loads, so I'm just bimbling.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I shifted on the seat then. There's loads of power in this little bike. So
Incredible.
impressive. So impressive. It's making no difference to it at all.
No.
It's quite nice actually. I get to have a look about.
Is this going to be a thing?
No, you don't have to worry about that.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. I got my man on the back.
I feel like I need a reward though.
Right. What sort of reward are you thinking?
Thinking a nice beer back at that pub.
Can you touch the floor?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I'll tell you what I feel like. I feel like a MotoGP rider that's just won is being taken back to the pits, or more likely just crashed out and we're going to being taken back to the pits.
Brilliant. Well done.
That's really good.
And overall, how do I enjoy this bike? Well, I think you can tell I love it. I love it. This has been the perfect choice for me. It's absolutely lived up to every expectation that I've had and more. I think it's brilliant. Has it improved my confidence? Absolutely it has. Has it improved my riding? Yes, I'd say it probably has. How has it improved my riding? Well, I think that confidence that for overtaking, slightly higher speed on motorway, as in motorway speed. When I'm talking high speed, I'm not talking over speed. I'm just talking at the speed limit. And then being able to overtake, being able to accelerate, being confident, being nippy with it. Yes, all of those things have definitely increased my confidence as a rider. Has it got more for me to go? As in, is it going to continue to improve my riding? I think yes. There are moments still when I'm like, oh my god, it's so big, it's this, that and the other, and you know. So I think I've still not quite grown into it. I think with more riding, more touring and a bit of off-roading, I think that yes, my confidence will continue to grow, and I definitely have not outgrown this bike yet. That's a big thing. And the fun factor. Well, she gets a 10 out of 10 from me on the fun factor. I absolutely love riding this bike. So thank you for watching. That's basically a summary of my year so far with Bella, the 450 MT. For those of you who are waiting, I really hope the wait is over for you soon. It is a fantastic bike. It remains the best bike that I could have chosen out of my financial and height restrictions. It's definitely still a winner for me. Now, I always forget to do this, so if you have enjoyed today, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and please subscribe for more entertaining and not very knowledgeable content. Cheers.